she's back! That being HoloLive Japan's HAACHAMA, aka Akai Hato, aka the worldwide strongest idol. Having not streamed for over 8 months now, we now turn to our co-host Co-Dee for more.
Hi-yo! We kick off today's segment with some very important news from the world's strongest idol, Akai Hato. HAACHAMA has been on a hiatus since March due to hospitalization, and announced back in September that she was now home and recovering. On October 30th, HAACHAMA teased a possible return, asking fans if they remember, to which Yago replied, "Welcome home," and so did many other HoloLive talent, seemingly confirming her return. HAACHAMA later posted a thumbnail for a stream taking place on November 1st and said, "I'm looking forward to seeing you all." Keen Biscuit posted some art saying Chama is back. Meanwhile, one fan posted their setup, letting everyone know that they're ready. As another said, F the 4th Madoka movie, F the new Slent album, F the reopened Sydney IMAX. This is what I've been waiting for.
So that's one HoloLive talent returning, as next we have HoloLive English's Gura, having not streamed for over 6 weeks, but currently slated for new merchandise, including a new Max Factory Figma, this Ocean Goomba figure, and also with Gura's silhouette seen in the promotional image for the HoloLive Cross Honeyworks collaboration, promising a new original music video in November, turning us to the time-traveling detective of HoloLive English, Amelia Watson, surprising many with this Phasmophobia duo. That stream including Gura, quote retweeting and saying, "Guess who remembered they're a streamer?" After that collaboration, Amelia Watson giving us this shot of a very scary Boo, while artist Takeru gave us this rendition of the stream. And that was not the only appearance of Gura in the past week. That as the Shark Girl idol also took part in the HoloLive English Family Feud stream, which also included Amelia Watson, and this being the first time collaborations for many of these members with the HoloAdvent members. Amelia Watson soon receiving a pop-up parade and Nindoroid figure. That as Good Smile released a promo image of one of their most complex Nindoroids ever. That being for HoloLive English's Ninomae, who is also back, now returning to stream after a 3-week vacation and ready to bonk those who ate her rice balls. Ina joining Amelia, Gura, along with Takanashi Kiara and Mori Calliope, saying, "Time to add to my plushie tower." That is HoloLive English Myth has joined the Volume 8 of the HoloLive Friends with You plushie series. Ina also promising plenty of streams this week, including taking part in the HoloLive Sports Festival 2023 event. As also this past week, graduating from Nijisanji was Hyona Elatiora, formerly of the Nijisanji Indonesia branch, who as of January of next year will have only 7 of their 19 members remaining, and currently only 3 of those 7 are currently active in streaming. Hyona leaving this message saying, "By the time you're reading this, I've shut down. Well, everything. This letter will be the last thing I leave you. I knew that eventually I have to continue to grow, and growing means leaving things behind. This unfortunately is among those things I have to say goodbye to. It might not mean much. I'd like to thank you all for the time you've given me. If I could, I'd give it all back to you so you can use it for whatever you want to do next, but that's not how time works. You can't have it back once it's given, which is why each minute we spent together was very precious for me. I can only hope that it was fun for you as it was for me, and neither of us left any regrets." Now turning us today to Nijisanji English. This past weekend, debuting 3 new members, that being Kunai Nakasato, Victoria Brightshield, and Claude Clawmark. Both Claude and Victoria, aka Vivi, before debut thrown into Twitter jail. Their activity apparently looking suspicious to the platform. Kunai going on to draw this of Vivi and saying, "Let her out." Hours later, Vivi tweeting out, "I'm free maybe." That then leading to the debuts to kick off with those 3 streams averaging just under 24,000 viewers. This graphic making its rounds over the weekend, illustrating viewership drop-offs from the last 3 waves of Nijisanji English, and with 2 of those averages contested, as it did not take into account this spike on Renzoto's stream, still the biggest Nijisanji English debut ever, or some of the higher spikes from Claude Clawmark's stream, which experienced more erratic viewership numbers than the other debuts. Some Nijisanji viewers surprised they were not aware that there were debuts this past weekend, this being the 9th wave with Nijisanji English, and receiving neither an official logo or even an official wave name. The talents themselves taking to name their own wave TTT or Triple T. This new direction from Nijisanji English more so aligning to Nijisanji Japan as opposed to their past practices, wherein waves such as Luxium not only received a logo and name, but even their own personalized YouTube page, a page that is still updated monthly. Other viewers also noticing that these YouTube pages were made very recently, as also different, but like Niji Crisis just before them, this wave did not premiere with their own debut song. Instead, a debut song was provided by Ina Alouette and Maria Marionette of Nijisanji English, that work entitled Desire. That said, the three talents do share some form of logo between each other, and that is found actually on their VTuber models, seen on the chest of Clawmark, mask of Victoria Brightshield, and to the side of Kunai Nakasato. That is, we also have Nijisanji English's Rosemi Lovelock, seen here with her Rose Oshi mark, and just before the debuts, tweeting out a Resident Evil joke, asking users if they wanted to buy her Rose Oshi mark. This all while some fans of Holotempest's Magni Desmond were vocally angry about Clawmark also using a similar Oshi mark of gloves. Rosemi going on to remove that tweet and saying, "I'm not sure if I offended anyone or said anything that can be taken in another way. I had this in my drafts for weeks as a Resident Evil joke, but I will delete it. Sorry again." And here now we have a look at those debuts. Firstly, beginning with Kunai, seen here showing off her mask, with Nijisanji English's Uki Violetta finding the Triple T name in the background. These three debuts set up with more simplistic and less complex overlays and backgrounds, potentially owing to the fact that Nijisanji English does not provide a debut budget for debuts. Kunai would still go on to make her own public stage and delivering up a very attractive schedule. After saying, "Oh, whoops, I forgot to tweet that I was debuting. It's my first day. Please support Vivi, who's going next." Victoria Brightshield going even less complex with this PowerPoint presentation, but then transitioning to some lore, alongside showing off both her masked and unmasked toggles, complete with weaponry and the shield. Moving then to a more standard background, and then showing off more of her personality in this journal presentation, complete with a darkened dislike section. As lastly, we had the Clawmark debut. Good friend Nijisanji English's Shu Yamino saying, "I can't take this lore seriously," with this guy in the corner. Shu also pointing out the size difference between the two. Claude then beginning from the bottom up, showing like the other's graphic design is a passion, taking off the mask, warning himself that he's running out of time, and also calling the CEO of any color his Kami Oshi. This being the second appearance of the billionaire CEO in these debuts. After Kunai would say, "Thank you for coming tonight, you all made it so fun," as Claude would go on to release his cover song version of In the Back Room. Nijisanji English for the third time would tweet out about the brand new debut merch, as then we received reference sheets from both Kunai with and without parts of the outfit, Victoria with and without parts of the outfit, and Claude here showing off a pierced tongue. And so that was three debuts down for three very promising new talents with Nijisanji English, as the next morning making an announcement was Nijisanji English's Vox Akuma, sharing that he couldn't stay up for the debuts, but promising that the announcement would be the biggest of his career. This as Vox in the Luxium wave was recently announced to be part of not just the Sanrio collaboration, but also being a part of another Nijisanji EN collaboration cafe. Vox stating, "Centuries ago, I burst out of a fiery hole in the ground and my spicy menu burns even hotter." That announcement finally being made by Vox, presenting The Demon Hungers, a 50-plus minute film set for release on November 4th. This work featuring the voices of major voice talents and VTubers, alongside 45 minutes of original music. Some of Vox's followers, the Kindred, originally seeing the debut announcement and thinking it was for Vox's announcement, later expressing some disappointment that Nijisanji English was not giving Vox's announcement exclusive focus, as providing the Japanese translation for that work is Nijisanji English's Kotaka Torihime. Also informing her viewers that she would not be watching the debuts due to a conflict with a studio recording. That is, Kotaka also revealed she is a part of another collaboration, that being alongside Azur Lane, involving not only her and Nijisanji English's Petra Gurin, but also Nijisanji English's Meloco Kyoran, saying we're super excited for this music collaboration with Azur Lane. Hope you all like it. That is, Meloco would also release a duet cover song alongside Doppio Dropscythe of the same wave. Meloco then going on to celebrate her birthday, afterwards saying, I'm the happiest Ligma girl on this earth now, love you all. And also taking part in the Japanese watch party for the new debuts, saying she was super excited for the new Kohai-chan. And also noticing this part in Claude's debut, stating, send Triple T a big love and support everyone. By the way, can you elaborate on it, Claude Clawmark? Meloco also taking part in the new Nijisanji English Cooking Voice Pack, set to be released on November 5th, while select Nijisanji English members like Ike Eveland and Alira Pandora have been made a part of this pilot collab alongside Nijisanji, featuring not just pens, but also specialized box cutters. Further with NijiEN, we have Millie Parfait and longtime frenemy Fulgur Ovid, the two talents going on to scream their hearts out in a cover of Shadow in Truth, with Millie after saying, now that our duet is over, let's not talk ever again. That as Fulgur would reply, see you next Halloween, kiddo. Also coming up from Nijisanji English is Ramo Indo on November 2nd, dropping an original song, and then the day after, NijiEN's Scarle Yonaguni, last night for a moment, trapping herself in her own handcuffs in yet another very elaborate handcam stream. Scarle now promising a 2.0 outfit reveal, calling this the Enchantress's true form, while also showing us this silhouette and telling fans to use hashtag #EnchantDress for your quote-unquote correct predictions. Lastly, with Nijisanji, we have news regarding Noctyx. This official announcement saying, check out how Noctyx boys quote-unquote level up themselves ahead of their second anniversary in February. The first episode of Noctyx Level Up will be broadcasted on November 1st. That is, NijiEN also announced that the English and Chinese scripts have been added to the Follow the Time Crime voice pack. Nijisanji offering up over a 3-minute audio sample of that pack. Audio samples potentially now becoming the standard, as also HoloLive have been adding samples to their official shop. Then as we return back to HoloLive, checking in on Hakos Baelz, who is claiming there was racism. That on that Family Feud stream. They breaking into chat and saying that the game was racist toward Australians for not including mate as another word for friend. Facing getting into the spirit of the season here from Snomia, being singled out as having no glasses in the Holo Promise unit, and now releasing crazy, scary, holy fantasy alongside HoloLive Japan's Sakamata Chloe. Bay once again entering chat, as one user would super chat saying, stinky duo, let's go. Bay responding, thank you, but excuse me. That is Bay as a part of this other announcement from Cover Corporation announcing Hakos Baelz as a virtual navigator for VR chat, saying taking on this ambassador role, Hakos Baelz will be introducing VR chat as a VTuber and content creator by showcasing the possibilities of the platform. She will be demonstrating the functions of VR chat as her choice of platform on her future streams. That same pose of Bay's being seen in this announcement. HoloLive announcing a collaboration alongside Riot Games for a Riot Games 1 opening act, stating the special unit formed by 4 of the HoloLive production talents will be performing on December 2nd and 3rd as the opening act for Riot Games 1 2023 event. They quote retweeting that and saying, I'm so excited to finally be able to tell you guys, Return of the Idol Rat, been dying at dance practice for this. And sharing further about her performance coming up for that event, saying, still crazy the days I spent learning KDA dances at the back of my school using windows as mirrors would amount to this. That as we're mounting to the next release of HoloCure, simply sending out this screenshot of a carved pumpkin on October 28th, but also making clear the pumpkin is misleading. This is not a Halloween update, sorry. HoloCure developer K sharing, I didn't even say Narissa Ravencroft. That being a like from HoloAdvent, Narissa Ravencroft. Seen here on the Novella News Network, Narissa recently spending so much time on Twitter, not only responding to artists, but also time and time again, liking and liking and liking any post that had mentioned her. Narissa not only finding time to join Meloco's birthday, but also performing numerous karaoke streams, surprising viewers as both of her sisters would join in. That as Narissa, alongside the rest of HoloAdvent, would celebrate 2 million views on Rebellion. Narissa also going on to like this artwork from under the TV, giving us a happy Halloween Advent, then alongside the members of Holo Promise, as Advent could also be seen here in their Halloween night from Akashi Bag, and more small Advent from under the TV, complete with descriptions. As very quickly we have Advent member Koseki Biju releasing her Love It cover alongside Advent members Fuwamoko, now premiering their second cover song, while not just being cosplayed by Tawatan, but also potentially releasing the most packed schedule ever in HoloLive English. As on Monday alone, they had 4 streams and that song cover release. Oh, while also singing in HoloLive English is Mori Calliope, originally teasing a new cover song on Halloween, and now updating the release has to be delayed a couple of days due to various things, but I'm extremely proud of this one, as Callie is taking part in this tabletop RPG alongside others in HoloEN, and releasing other songs, including a new rendition of Bad in Night alongside numerous other Japanese VTubers, but also taking part in a HoloLive English cross HoloLive Indonesia cross Holo Stars English cover song. Callie also now going on to share her YouTube channel now has over 500 million views, saying somewhere along the way this happened and I just want to thank you all so much. Releasing an exclusive membership wallpaper for Halloween and being featured with this new pop-up parade figure. And now with even more HoloLive news, we have our co-host Co-Dee.
Next up, we check out Hoshimachi Suisei, who is part of Midnight Grand Orchestra alongside Taku Inoue, announced their first ever live performance. On February 20th, Midnight Mission will take place at Tokyo's Toyosu Pit, which has a capacity of around 3,000 people. Alongside the announcement, Suisei released a music video for the third track on MGO's second album, also called Midnight Mission. Suisei has challenged singers to see if they can cover the song, even going so far as to releasing the instrumental for the track, and said she's looking forward to seeing all the posts. Some fans have also created an infographic for those that want to visit all the locations that Suisei visited in the MV. Midnight Mission has reached 500,000 views, while the previous single, I'll Wait for the Night, has now reached its 1 million milestone, leading to the record label to give out 2 free desktop wallpapers on Halloween. Suisei recently had a collaboration with Yukaku Yakiniku stores, and some of the merchandise is now available online, which includes acrylic stands, beer mugs, and shirts. But this isn't the only collab for Suisei, as she is teaming up with the phone game Aster Tatarix, where she appears in the game and players can gain a special costume. Additionally, the music video for a collaboration tie-up song will be available to watch in the game. And for those of you in Malaysia, Suisei will appear for the first time hosting a talk show alongside Sakura Miko at Comic Fiesta 2023, where Vivid Cruise ticket holders will be able to enjoy the special stage session. Next, we visit Usada Pecora, who has her first solo live concert taking place on December 12th at the 15,000 capacity Ariake Arena. Pecora recently held a 3D karaoke stream with Gen 3, where together they made the announcement that Flair, Marine, and Noel will all make guest appearances at the show. The concert merch, which originally sold out, now has a second round available for pre-order up until November 13th, and a solo concert mini-album is also up for grabs. It features 9 songs, 4 of which were written for the concert. One of the songs, Saikyo Megami, is now available for listening on various platforms. In other news, we check out Riot Games 1, a professional invitational tournament for both League of Legends and Valorant. It takes place at the 20,000 capacity K Arena in Yokohama, where they have teamed up with HoloLive, creating a unit consisting of Murasaki Shion, Laplace Darkness, Hakos Baelz, and Kobo. There they will perform the opening act, singing songs from KDA. Shion went on to say that singing and dancing to KDA songs is really difficult, but she'll do her best. And Laplace shared the sentiment, adding that the choreography is really difficult. She later shared that she's super happy about being part of it, but is worried because almost everyone who will be there is only familiar with KDA. Further saying, I'm going to do my best to make the audience feel like the cover is even a little bit good, especially since my pronunciation is so bad. Laplace also announced a cover of Bad End Night, along an all-star lineup of Hizuki Yui of Neoporte, Suo Patra, formerly of 774, Makaino Ririmu of Nijisanji, Domyoji Kokoa of Brave, Yomi of Vesper Bell, Calliope Mori, and Asami Senna of Vispo. Laplace will also be participating in Shibuya Hao's first Valorant v Saikyo tournament, joining as a silver tier 5 player, alongside HoloLive talent Roboco, who joins in as a gold ranked player. Meanwhile, Nakiri Ayame, who will also be participating, has been assigned as a tier 2 player. She went on to say, I'm really happy just to be able to participate in a tournament of my favorite game, so I'm going to do my best. Also adding that being assigned as a tier 2 player made her stomach drop. In HoloLive Indonesia news, we check out the rest of Gen 3's 3D debuts, starting with Kaela Kowalskia, who showed us her big hammer, how to exercise properly, and her Angie face. HAACHAMA caught a few of the moments, saying, "I'm starting to understand what an interesting lady she is, now that she's in 3D. Some viewers were focused on other things, with one fan saying, "No one can convince me that her outfit isn't body paint." Yopi commented that Ella was long. And Keen Biscuit posted this art of Kaela's triangle shape. There were many guests to the debut, which included the Time Warden Crony, causing many viewers to post conflicting information about how much leg there was, with HAACHAMA saying it was 120% legs girl collab, Ollie claiming 90% legs duo, and Kaela saying 180% legs. Thanks. This as Munia used their art to display the leg ratio. Kaela also revealed her first original song called Backseat as part of the 3D debut. Next up is Kobo with her 3D showcase, who forgot to mention her 3D debut will be focusing on singing, and true to her word, opened with a song. Kobo gave everyone a closer look at her shoes, as well as her back, where a label can be found saying Rain Shaman, in case she forgot what she was. Kobo also brought on many guests, which included Dad Callie, who shot her, leading to Ollie questioning the entire situation, and Keen Biscuit recreating the event with their art. Lucius Merriweather posted, "So many guest appearances and such good songs. Might actually be one of the best 3D debuts I've seen." Meanwhile, HAACHAMA shared this shot of Kobo saying, "I was finally able to see Kobo playing and singing in 3D. I'm so happy." Kobo also brought in the Uproar Boys to perform for one night only, and did what we all thought was impossible, which was to make Yago sing. Kobo also announced a new song to be released under the HoloN label, a collaboration with Universal Music. It is due in December 2023. Kobo will be a guest at this year's Indonesia Comic-Con, hosting a panel alongside Regis on November 4th. Also attending is Kareji Oli and Irani Yo 15, as well as the best girl Yago. But that's everything from me. Back over to you, False.
Thank you so much, Co-Dee. And also a very big thank you to Tentacule at Tentacule Weeb, providing us with these TBS line stickers. Absolutely fantastic work here. As that is all for this episode. As always, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe below. Send in your VTuber news to our Discord. Happy Halloween, and we'll have more things VTubers say for you soon.
Where vivid it's redo. In HoloLive Indonesia news, we check out the rest of Gen 3 3D's debut. Redo. This as Munia used their art to display the redo. Next up is Kobo with her 3D showcase redo.